Torkelson's out. DeGrom is out. The rest of you I just want out. Stuff this. I'm going. No, I'm going. I'll see you all in the spring. Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome to the final episode of the season with our Detroit Tigers, Season 5, Episode 8. It's been very, very bad since I left you last time. You can see from the standings there that, we have won 4 games since I saw you last time. We are fighting for our lives against the Twins, and to be honest, this season just needs to end. The sooner it finishes, the better. We're already eliminated as a wild card team, so, I mean, we're not even going to get the 500. I think even if we win out, we're not going to get the 500. It's just gone horribly, horribly wrong, and this includes injuries. DeGrom is out for the season, as is Torkelson. Torkelson might actually be out for the start of next season with his broken kneecap. It's just gone wrong. We missed Ohtani for a while there as well. He was missing for a couple of weeks with an injury, and yeah, I don't know what to say. It's just gone very, very wrong. If we have a quick look where we left off, of course, was the start here, wasn't it? It was the start of September. We got swept by the Cleveland Guardians. That effectively ended our season right there. We won a game against Toronto, but then lost the next 2, one in extra inning there, and then we lost 2 of 3 against Cleveland again, which did essentially all but end our season. Then we had a 13-12 win here in game 1. A bit of a high-scoring affair. We got a tiny grand slam in the 4th where we scored 6. And, well, we had a new pitcher on the mound for this one. We'll just have a quick look and see everybody's batting stats there. Everybody got a hit, essentially. But we had a new pitcher, Fernanda. Now, he had been doing well in AAA. This was, of course, DeGrom was injured. We needed somebody to come in. He didn't handle the step up very well. 3 innings, 8 earned runs. And we will see him. I'll give him another chance this season because we're effectively done anyway. But we'll just, I don't think he's going to be one for next season, unfortunately for him. And then we won 2 of 3 against the White Sox, so including an 18-inning affair in the 3rd one there, which has just killed our bullpen. We lost game 1 to the Twins, and now we are, as I say, just fighting to stay alive. And to be honest, I just think we need to have a bullet put in us. I don't think we need to stay alive. It's been a disaster. You can see there everybody's pitching stats. I mean, you take DeGrom out of that starting rotation, and he does have an option to leave at the end of this season, which I don't think he'll take out because we are paying him well, but next season he'll be done effectively anyway, whether it's through old age or, just the fact that his contract's expiring. So I'm not sure exactly what we do there. I mean, the thing is that our bullpen has not been too bad. The problem, and if we look at Etta and Eknes here, I mean, they have both had poor seasons this year, which has hurt us. If we could get, Walling and DeGrom, and then, Eknes on the form he showed last season would be good. I just don't know. I don't know what to do to fix this team. And the hitting, the thing with the hitting is that no one's bad, but no one's particularly good. This OPS plus, which you told me to look at, I mean, Garcia, who has one of our better batting averages, is low. Xavier Edwards, who I like and I think is a good leadoff man, has a low OPS plus. Otto Lopez, we could take or leave him, to be honest. So I don't know if I just need to just bin off guys like Garcia and who else hasn't got a particularly good one. I mean, Takazawa, he's 22, it's his first season, so I'm not going to bin him off after 1 year. But yeah, I don't know. I just essentially don't know what to do. We've got this guy's come in to replace Torkelson. He's been rubbish, so don't worry about him. And Paul Kovic has come back in just because, to be honest. It just needs to finish this season. We are going to be voting on our MVP, and I'm actually shocked you managed to nominate people. But you found actually 3 good nominees, I think. So we'll do that in the 7th inning stretch. I don't think there's too much else to put you through, so let's just go and get this done. In terms of the youth system or the farm system, it's actually not too bad. You can see, I mean, the Mud Hens haven't done too well, but everybody else, 3 games, 11 games back isn't great, is it? But a couple of top of the divisions there as well. So yeah, I mean, we're doing okay. It's just this season has been a massive disappointment. On your feet, Detroit, as your Tigers take the field to disappoint you one more time. At first base, it's Otto Lopez. At second base, it's Xavier Edwards. The third baseman is Luis Garcia. The shortstop is Jose Lopez. In left field, it's Riley In center field, it's Kyoto Takazawa. In right field, it's Shohei Ohtani. The designated hitter is Tony Vega. Behind the plate, it's Blake Hunt. And your starting pitcher tonight is Griff McGarry. Okay, so these are the lineups. Xavier Edwards will lead us off at second. Riley Green will bat second in left field. Ohtani will bat third in right field. Vega, designated hitter, will bat 4. Otto Lopez at first base will bat 5. Garcia, the third baseman, will bat 6. Takazawa in center field will bat 7. Hunt, the catcher, will bat 8. Lopez, the shortstop, will bat 9. And it's Griff McGarry on the mound for us today. He has a 6.3 record, an ERA of 4.55, a whip of 1.43. One game versus Minnesota, it was a loss, and an ERA of 8.1. So that's not great, but hopefully, hopefully he does okay for us. Here up against Tony Gonzalez, who I think was at the Jays when we were there a couple of, the out of the park baseballs ago. He has a 5-14 record, an ERA of 5.66, and a whip of 1.46. So hopefully we might, at least the pitching comes out roughly even. So, for the final time this season, almost certainly, it is McGarry on the mound. He's going to face a Minnesota Twin at the plate. And I don't know how much actual commentary we'll do. We just sort of talk more sort of over the game, because I think I need to do a little bit of therapy, a bit of group therapy here as we start things off with a walk and a rise. I think I saw his name was pronounced when I was in Canada. That could be a double play. No, just one. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to do, basically, because I feel like our player attributes aren't that bad. I mean, obviously you can always get better players for the most part, but I don't think we're that bad. So I don't know if we just need to do a complete overhaul of the coaching staff. Is this going to be a double play? No, but 2 away with runners at the corners now. Wiener, I think we're going to cut off Wiener, to be honest, so he's going to be going. Colton Wong will come in now for them. A 2-1 pitch, and that should get us out of the first. It does. Our new pitching coach, I don't think I'm going to keep him, because I feel like Walling did well. Walling has done well under him. DeGrom you would expect to do well, because he's DeGrom, and I just feel like the other starters have not really taken to him, so I don't see the point in and hanging on to him. Ohtani now, so we've got 1 on, 1 out. Ohtani hits it well, and that is into left center field. Now Riley Green may turn and go here. It's going to be a triple for Ohtani, and we've taken the lead. So that's nice. Ohtani has actually got a 600th career since we last saw him, so he's added 1 to that, so well done to him. And Tony Vega will come in now, batting .228, a 2-2 pitch. And he goes down on strike. So let's see if Lopez can drive in a run as I continue my therapy session. So yeah, I'm not sure he has he? He has. Otto Lopez with an RBI single. Nice one. I think we do essentially a reset of the coaching staff. I think our base coaches are okay because they're good trainers. Like, they're good at teaching, running, and infield and all that kind of stuff. So I think we keep them. I think the hitting coach, in theory, is good, so I think I will keep him, but I think we'll do a new manager, a new pitching coach, and we have a couple of guys in the farm system. What I tried to do, and I don't know if this is probably just a common thing that everybody does, but I try to sign guys that have the good abilities to coach, and I put them in sort of the farm system so they build up their reputation and kind of, in theory, work their way up our system if they're any good. So we do have guys that we can call in. So I think that's okay. And then I don't know if we do that, if then we also look to sort of do a bit of an overhaul of the playing squad, or do we say that the playing squad itself isn't too bad and it's the coach's fault? So that's kind of the issue that I have as Takazawa goes down on strikes. And Blake Hunt will come in, batting .189 this season, Blake Hunt, which isn't really good enough. I mean, he is a good defensive catcher, but unless he goes and Golden Gloves it, we need a little bit more, because he batted sort of 250-ish last season. And Lopez, is he going to beat that? He is. So we get a 2-out single from our shortstop. I mean, because he's not much good with the bat either, but at least he's batting 233. You know, if we could get the same sort of thing out of Hunt, then I think that would be okay. There goes Lopez. He's not the greatest stealer, but he's got one there. I think he's been caught as often as he's actually made it. But can Xavier Edwards now with 2 out drive in a run? No, he's popped that up. Yeah, because I think the problem that I have is, in terms of the playing staff, is, so who do I overhaul? I think... Oh, I tell you what, they're getting a good piece of... it's only the second hit, is it? It feels like they're getting a good piece of McGarry, but I'm shocked that's only the second hit. Anyway, the problem we're going to have is Torkelson and Green next season. They are eligible for free agent at the end of next season. So I wonder... Oh, good catch by Takazawa. I don't know if we're going to be able to keep both of them, although with the Grom expiring, maybe we could. But I'm not completely convinced we get enough out of Torkelson. I mean, he goes through these spells where he hits lots of home runs, so maybe that's enough to keep him. As McGarry gets through the 3rd inning without giving anything away. And Riley Green will come in. But if we say for next season, unless we can trade for Torkelson, we've got him at first base, which is fine. I'm relatively happy with Xavier Edwards at second base and leading off because he's quick. He has an on-base percentage of about 340, give or take. And what's his batting average? 270. But he steals like a lot of bases. So I'm okay with him leading it off. If we go to shortstop, I'm okay with Lopez there because he's not batting too bad and he's a good defensive player. Third base, Garcia. Now, is that something we could look to do? Potentially. I mean, here he is here batting 288. So maybe we could look for an upgrade there. Left field, I'm fine with Riley Green. We also have Penengo, who does okay. Center field, I think Takazawa, we've got to keep him. He's really good defensively. So I think he's got to stay. And then Otani in right field is fine. So then it's like, you know, where's the upgrade coming? Yeah, oh, that might be leaving. That's going to tie us up. Well, that's a shame. McGarry had done okay. But on the top of the 4th, he gives up a 2-run home run. 370 feet back. And, well, it is now 2-2. And I think this has sort of been a bit of an issue with the pitching as well. Is that, I think I've said it before, we're good till we're not. We just seem to give up big innings. Yeah, so it's a bit, makes it a bit difficult to try and nail down a pitching staff as well. I honestly don't even know what to do with the pitchers. I'm kind of hoping that... Is Takazawa going to beat that? Not quite. I'm kind of hoping a new pitching coach might help things out. As Hunt goes down on strikes. And it will bring back up Lopez. 2-1 pitch on Lopez. He grounds at the first, and that will end at the bottom of the 4th. So we are tied at 2. 3 hits apiece as well. And it is Palacios coming into bat. And he goes down on 3 strikes. Excellent work by Griff there. A rise or a res or whatever his name is. He's 0 for 2 today. A full count and a walk. So 1-on-1 out now for Josh Bell, who is 0 for 1 today. And that is popped up behind the plate. Hunt is there. And so is third baseman Garcia. That is 2 away. Still that man at first, Corey Lee, who's 0 for 2, comes in. A 2-0 pitch, a ground ball, and Lopez does well to stop it. But he can't do anything more than that. So a 2-out, 2-on situation now for Colton Wong, who's 0 for 1. A full count and a walk to load the bases. A 5th walk. That's why it feels like they've had so many base runners. And it's Byron Buxton now, who is 0 for 2. Oh, it's a 3-0, and he's walked in a run. 6 walks by Griff McGarry. That'll do it. Matt Wicki will come in for him. He has an ERA this season of 3.50, but worryingly, his control is not great. It's a 1-2 pitch. He's one of these guys that just sort of, I think, throws it as hard as he can and gets a strikeout or walks the guy. But we've fallen behind in the 5th. Xavier Edwards will lead us off, 0 for 2. Now, since last episode, he has got his 400th career hit and his 100th RBI for the Tigers, neither of which will be added to there, of course. Green with a first pitch swing. He gets it down into right field. It's going to drop in, and it's going to be a single. Yeah. So Green gets himself aboard. Ohtani, who is 1 for 1. He got hit, I think, didn't he, last time? That's going to drop in as well. So is this a chance for us now? 2 on, 1 out for Vega. Vega is 0 for 2. We haven't really seen him do anything yet on YouTube, have we? And that will continue to be the case as he strikes out, bringing Otto Lopez to the plate, who is 1 for 1 today, and he got hit last time. And Lopez gets it into right field. Is that going to tie the game for us? No, it loads the bases. It loads the bases for Louis Garcia. Mike Soroka comes out of the bullpen. ERA of 5.23. Now, he had a bad injury in real life, didn't he, Soroka? So it's a shame to see him. Obviously, his career is falling to pieces a little bit because he's coming on against the Tigers and giving up a 2-run RBI single. And Garcia restores our lead. And it's Takazawa now who's 0 for 2. It's a 2-1 pitch. And Takazawa, I don't know, that's going to get it done. No, it's not. But 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th. We restore the lead. And apparently we're going to fight for our season here. Rodriguez, who is 0 for 1. A 2-0 pitch. A ground ball. Garcia has it, and that is 1 away. Jose Iglesias, who's 0 for 2 now to face Litwicky. A 2-1. And a ground ball, this time to the shortstop. So if you're a betting man, ground ball to Xavier Edwards, this one, for Palacios, who is 1 for 2. A full count. And that is popped up. Ohtani's camped underneath it. And that is the end of the 6th. All right, Blake Hunt will lead us off. He is 0 for 2. It's a first pitch swing. Hunt has popped that up. Center field strolls over casually. Makes the catch, 1 away. It'll bring in Lopez now, who is 1 for 2. A first pitch swing. Lopez, again, center field, just casually strolls around. And that'll be 2 away. And it'll bring Xavier Edwards up, who is 0 for 3. A 2-0 pitch. Edwards grounds at the first base, and that'll do it for the 6th. So we still have that 1-run lead. Arise will come up now to face Litwicky. 0 for 2 he is. And that is lined straight into the glove of Ohtani. That is 1 away. Josh Bell will face the new man, Marinaccio. Litwicky did quite well there, didn't he? He got off to a slow start, and I think I've said it before. I caught him in. He was playing A or high A ball last year. And I saw him in spring training. We caught him in. He did well, and so he made a massive step up, and he did get off to a bit of a slow start. But he's got better and better the longer the year's gone on. Marinaccio, who's ended the 7th there, we'll talk about him after we stretch, because it's time to stretch. Okay, welcome back. It is now time for you to vote on our MVP. Now, thank everybody who nominated. We had 3 players who received more than 1 nomination, so they become our 3 nominees. And in alphabetical order, the first one is Jacob deGrom. Of course, it is 16-5 record for him this year, an ERA of 251, 194 strikeouts, and a WAR of 6.4, which makes him a big candidate for a Cy Young, I would imagine. The second nominee is Riley Green, a 271 average, 27 home runs, 89 RBIs. This is coming into this game. Did he get an RBI already today? So maybe it's a little bit more than that. And a 3.7 WAR. And the final man, and I'm really glad you guys nominated him. I think it's an Andrew Walling. Anyway, Walling, a 17-5 record for him, a 296 ERA, 152 strikeouts, and a 4.1 WAR. So those are the men. There'll be a link down at the top of the description below. Click on that. It'll take you through to a straw poll. So vote for who you think has been our MVP this season, and we'll announce the winner. Unless there's a miracle and we somehow manage to make the postseason, it'll be next episode's end of season awards. Okay, so it will be Riley Green to lead us off. He doesn't have an RBI today, so he still has the 89. It's a 3-0 count, and Riley Green gets himself on with a leadoff walk. All right, it brings in Shohei Ohtani. 2 for 2 he is today. A 1-1 pitch. Ohtani rips it through the right side, and will Green go to third? He's going to try to, and he's going to get there. So runners at the corners with no one out for Tony Vega. 0 for 3 today. First pitch, Vega pops it up. Now, it should be deep enough to score Riley Green. There's the catch. There goes Green. And is he going to get there? Yes, he is. So a sac fly for Vega extends the lead by 1. Otto Lopez, who's 2 for 2, comes in now. Ohtani at first. Lopez up the middle, and that will end the inning, will it? No. Somehow we managed to avoid a double play on that one. And it's Luis Garcia, 1 for 2 today. Now, he has actually got 250 plus RBI. Oh, that's robbed. He's been, 250 RBIs for the Tigers since last episode. He's added 2 to that today as well. Now, Ron Marinaccio, he's actually had his worst season for us for a little while. I don't think I want to get rid of him. He's still only early 30s, 31, I think, maybe 32. You can see here, or maybe you can't, an 07 record. An ERA of 260 is not bad, I suppose, at all, is it? It's actually quite good. But I think he's probably maybe just stuffed up a few more games than usual, so you get the feeling that he's having a bad year, but maybe the 07 record's a little bit harsh on him. A 3-0 pitch here, though, so he issues a 2-out walk. And that'll do it as Brady Basso comes in. He's got an ERA of 3.79 this season. He's going to face Rodriguez. It's a 2-1 pitch, 2 out with the man at first, and that should do it. Popped up, and it is caught by the first baseman, Otto Lopez. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. Takazawa will lead us off. He is 0 for 3 today. It's a first pitch swing. And Takazawa down towards third base and out at first. In comes Blake Hunt, who's 0 for 3. It's a 2-0 pitch. A 2-1 pitch. And that is through the infield. So Blake Hunt gets a 1-out single. And it brings on a new pitcher now, Nate Savino, who has an ERA of 3.52. He's going to face Lopez, who is 1 for 3. And the 1-0 pitch is past the second baseman. So our 8 and 9 men have got themselves essentially infield hits. And it's Xavier Edwards now, who is 0 for 4. Don't go 0 for 5. Come on, Xavier. Oh, he's not going to. That's going to drop in. And Hunt is going to come around and score, is he? Yes, he is. So an RBI single for Xavier Edwards. And it's 6-3. There's 1 out. Runners at first and second. Riley Green to the plate. A 1-2 pitch. He watches strike 3. And it brings Shohei Ohtani, who is 3 for 3. A full count. Ohtani walks to load the bases, and it's Vega. He's in the team as a power hitter. He got an RBI last time. Can he go a little bit better this time? First pitch, grounds at the shortstop. And that will do it for the bottom of the 8th. So we have 3 runs to play. We've out-hit them 11 to 4. And it's all a little bit disappointing, actually. I just wanted this season to be over, and it's going to have to be another competitive game now. I think what I'll do, as I say, I'm not going. We're going to get eliminated. It's just a bit of a shame. I just wanted it to be done now. We'll just, if it comes down to, if it does come down to anything, it'll come down to the final day. Then we'll come back obviously and show that. But unless that's the case, then I don't see a point, because it's just a matter of waiting for us to lose a game. And it's not going to be today, because we have beaten the Twins. We've won 2 games in a row on YouTube. What is going on? So Ohtani goes 3 for 3. He is good. He's fragile, so I don't think he's going to actually. I'm going to take him off as an option of pitching now, because he just hurts himself. Don't use as a 2-way player. Yeah, I just think that's the safest bet. So yeah, we'll do that. But yeah, I mean, he's proving he's done well this year, but there's very, very few that I think can say the same thing. So there we go. That will do it. You can see we are still 4.5 games back of the Twins, and we've got 2 other teams that we need to jump over as well if we are going to get there, which is doubtful. So that will do it for today. We'll be back next episode. We'll have our end of season awards. We'll play through unless there's a miracle. And yeah, so let me know what you think we need to do in terms of fixing this for next season. And also let me know, actually I should show you the coaching staff, shouldn't I? So you can see what we're working with. So John Wiener, I just think he had a season here to prove himself. Yeah, the end of the season, he's not done that. So I think he has to go. We'll find somebody better. The bench coach, I think, is okay. He's a small ball managerial style, so I don't know that I want him to manage the side. Yeah, because I think we have some power hitters. We do have a little bit of pace, but anyway, I just don't think I want a small ball manager. We've got our pitching coach, who is okay, but I think inexperience is maybe what's killing him. And we signed him because he had a good relationship, and that's just down to average now, although it is good with all the pitchers. But yeah, so I think he's had a season. We've had our worst pitching season in a while. The hitting coach, I think he's okay. He's not. I don't think he's okay. He is okay. So we'll keep him around for next season and see how he does with a full season to get his teeth into things. And then the base coaches are, as I say, they're good at coaching things, which I think is is what we need. A good in-game running as well, so that's obviously important. And the third base coach is in a similar situation. He's just a good coach, so I think we want to hang on to him as well. The men I'm looking at in terms of our pitching coach, it's Scott Lewis, I think. Yeah, I think we're going to look to get him in as our pitching coach. So yeah, that'll in theory will be the new pitching coach. The new hitting coach, I've got to have a little bit of a think about. No, the hitting coach is staying. But in terms of a new manager, that's what we need to have a little bit of a think about to see what we want to do. Possibly we call up the new guy from Ep8. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we do there. But again, if you have any thoughts, then by all means, let me know. So I hope you've enjoyed that. It's a win, which is something. So until next time, take care. Don't forget, go vote for your MVP as well.